Hi there. I'm back with another session of the tarot class. So today we are taking on the scary triad. Ooh, scary cards. These cards are typically known as the devil. Oh, the devil, the tower. Ooh, the death card. And just to knock it all off at the end, we're going to take on temperance as well. Um, one thing I want to point out is that the Toth deck, you know what? I'm going to share that PowerPoint with the beautiful cards already scanned into it. Let's do that, and we'll get on with talking about the scary triads. Um, what I really like about the scary triad is the artwork of most of the deck really does focus on, here they are. It really does focus um, the artist's ability to show you what these decks do. Um, you can see a big difference, especially in the devil card here, between Crowley's interpretation and the Rider Waite interpretation. This is pretty much the classic Baphomet, right? But over here we have a goat with horns. We don't have that the sexual overtone in this card that we see over here in this card. On the other hand, the death card here looks way spookier than this death card. And so let's see what these cards really mean. Oh, the tower card. The tower is lovely because um, it means a lot of different things to a lot of people. But when we look at the tree of life, let's bring that tree right back here. Um, what we want to look at is that that tower card isn't falling at all. It's bouncing between these two Sephiroths. So let's talk about, now remember in the last video, we talked about how the Sephiroths indicate what the meaning of the card is. So we call this the scarier triangle or the below the heart triangle. And you'll see temperance actually is hanging out here as well. In the last video, we talked about Hod and Netzach. This is pronounced Yesod, and that is foundation. So Yesod, you can consider that the one level above the earth. Okay, so maybe it's the thought you're about ready to have, the sandwich you're about ready to create, or the artwork that's blooming in your mind. It could be your dreams and hopes. But over here we have, of course, that idea of victory and the idea of splendor over here. Let's start with the devil card. Now, the devil, I like starting with him rather than the death card, because the devil card, you see the energy is going up, not down. And that means that the devil is trying to lead us somewhere. We run into the devil as we are coming up from what we believe was righteously ours to a heart. Okay. And the devil has a tendency to lead us in the wrong direction. If you look at these images, over here you have people in chains. Over here you have people imprisoned in bubbles. It's kind of the same energy. So over here, the death card, on the other hand, is that energy is coming down from that heart sphere, from the beautiful place, into a place of victory. Now, a lot of people will say, oh, well, it's not physical death. It is a creative death. It is a starting of a new chapter. It's whatever you want to believe it is. Okay. Some people believe that when you do start a new chapter, or when you do die, you do start a new chapter and you get reincarnated. So we'll go there. Um, we'll go there with the meaning of the death card. So what we're going to do next is look at this tower card. Now the tower has a bad reputation of being a terrible place where things go wrong. But to be fair, the tower is more about clearing the house out so that you can start all over again. In this image, and I'm sorry, I don't have it. I'm not going to take the moment to turn it around because I believe your time is as precious as mine. We aren't going to, and the other thing is that the tower really doesn't fall. It goes across the middle of the tree. Now I want to bring your attention to this line that says abyss right here. See, it's kind of a faint line. What is the abyss? Well, of course, nothing about this tree is a physical thing. The abyss is the place where you go to get your comeuppance, where you have to look in the mirror and say, "Oh hell, these are the mistakes I've made. This is the problems I've caused myself." And so when you can look into the abyss and say, "Yeah, this is a hard thing to look at, but I'm looking at it," what we find is that things lighten up for us. And that is why the abyss is right here below the heart, because it helps us open our heart when we cross the abyss, doesn't it? So that gives you an idea of what the tower is about. Okay. It does shake things loose, but it doesn't knock things down. It's a good way to put that. Now, on a final card here, this temperance path from our hearts to our dreams. What? Well, of course, it doesn't go up or down. It just hangs out in the middle and does both. So let's take a look at what that looks like in both decks. And here we go. Yes, I am not really great at making slides, but that's not what you're here for. You see, there's this theme of pouring water, right? The eagle and the red eagle and the white lion has some symbolism of opposites coming together. And this is also an idea of like you would temper a recipe where you would pour something hot into something cold so that you get something of lukewarm temperature and you don't overcook your eggs or make your sugar boil too fast. So here you go. This is temperance and art, and that is the meaning you can make of them because they go right through here. They're not too hot, they're not too cold. And yeah, every deck will name this card, uh, this 14th card, something else. And again, it helps you understand your deck a little bit better when you buy it. If you want to pull out the card number 13 as well as these lovely dark cards and ask yourself, wow, is this my art? Do I love this art? Is this where I want to take my psyche? All right, so we have the next video coming up here in a minute. I'm going to stop the screen share and we will get back to, let's see what we have coming up. The sun, the moon, the judgment and universe, and another pit stop back at the emperor. All right, take care. Have a great night.